I own an island off the coast of Costa Rica. That's my raptor call. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tonight's the Night, where Jacob and I, Phil Dragish, who does things, and Jacob, who does things as well, sitting with me, we decided to watch Jurassic Park, one of our favorite movies, a movie that I was really enthusiastic about as a child.
Why don't we just have this at the start of the movie?
What?
Why don't we just have this intro at the start of the movie?
Because I won't be able to. They always do this.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever.
I had enthusiastic about it as a child, and I would love to watch it. And this is a little experiment we're doing where we're just going to try to do a commentary over film that we enjoy and just watch it with you if you want to listen to us talk about it occasionally while watching Jurassic Park. Yes, Jacob?
I'm drinking a smoothie.
It's a good smoothie.
Delicious smoothie.
You can make a raptor.
Here, cheers. I will fund your digging.
Hey! That's great.
And get right back on schedule.
Where's the boat? Okay, so sometimes I'll offer a little bit of tidbits or whatever, but usually I'm just going to be casually watching it, and Jacob is too.
I think we'll both be casually watching it, and we'll try to give as much information as we can based on what we know, and maybe tell a few stories about things we enjoy and like in the film, and really just talk over the movie, our thoughts, and potentially some trivia, which hopefully maybe some things you might have not known, and maybe that might be interesting for you.
Maybe.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. The way we do this is kind of like Mystery Science Theater, riff tracks, right? Where they just sort of tell you to play the movie after the logo. But in this case, we're just going to play it immediately. So when I go 3, 2, 1, start, you start the movie at the same time because it's just audio. And then you can watch along. So when I press start, it's going to be at 0, 0. And then when I say go, we're going. And we're off. All right, got that?
Get your movie ready.
Good. 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off.
Okay, this is the beginning of the film. And you know what I love about the beginning of this film?
Tell me.
The atmosphere and how it
Absolutely.
starts. And of course, the Universal logo. This is our favorite Universal logo.
I like this. I think
right?
this is the quintessential Universal logo.
Mm-hmm. And what Steven Spielberg
it's
usually
the nicest
likes
and the
doing,
calmest.
I have to just say, that Spielberg, what he really likes doing is putting an environment, sound, black screen.
It's
and
interesting.
then, this is one of the most classic.
Man, so I have to say, I think this is one of the
Look at that.
most riveting intros in any movie I've seen.
And it's just
but really what
one
makes
note.
it is the score, though, I think, in this portion.
And I love how it just starts out as a close-up here. Wonderful, truly. And there's this guy. We love this guy. I love this guy. I don't know about you, but
Oh, he's a cool guy. I love him.
and then there are these other people. Those are folks.
Okay, so
over
let's
there.
talk about what do you think as an opening for a film? I think it's great. I think this is one of the best openings ever because it builds mystery. Who knows what's going to happen here?
These
Who
people
knows?
staring into the darkness as
Man,
the
I
trees
remember when I watched
rustle.
this as a kid, I was always confused where this was locationally. I never understood where exactly.
I thought it was like at a park somewhere in Florida.
I never knew. I always thought it was just some weird place. And I didn't even know what was going on, honestly, when I watched this as a kid. I never knew what this box was or why they're writing this box up.
Yeah,
this
I know. When I was
thing.
watching this on
so
VHS,
confused.
I just like how we have these wonderful opening establishing shots that are usually wide. And Michael Kahn, the editor for Steven Spielberg, he really, he and Spielberg, they both know the natural. I think they establish a really good pace. Take us on full. Whoa, 90s man.
90s Man is scared. No, I mean, we're going to be talking throughout the whole movie about how, at least for me, this is a movie where every element is so well done that I see absolutely nothing wrong with this film. This movie gets everything right. And I mean, this scene is a testament just to what we're getting into right now in terms of
I really like
the pacing and the lighting and the mood.
And this,
I mean, this is great because it balances so well this tension, and also that it's not an intense opening per se.
no, with the music,
but it's definitely something that
having that
builds
King
a lot
Kong
of
vibe,
tension.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
stuff
this,
like this.
I
Look
love
at this.
that.
Like this is the scary point right now. Now you know this is a real threat. When this guy gets pulled right here,
Yeah, this poor
this
man.
is real. And the scariest part about this is that the raptor is never really seen during
Oh
the
man,
scene.
just
So
reminded
that,
me of Jaws, the same kind of pull, the same kind of mechanical.
He's going to come here. This is when
Oh,
Muldoon,
yes,
when
yes.
Muldoon says a word here. When I was a kid, I always thought he was calling out for the shooter. Like there's a guy who's a shooter. That's his job. But he's actually saying shoot
No, watch this.
her.
This close up, and then the man close up. I love those. I'm gonna keep talking about that all the time, and I love how the lighting is
It's
so
a great
basic.
juxtaposition.
Okay, anyway, nah,
There it is.
where's the shooter?
The
He's
shooter,
late.
bring in the shooter.
No, the shooter. He's
Man,
coming in.
I
I'm
think it's
coming. I'm
also-
coming. What's
What's
going
great
on?
about this scene is that we
Sorry.
get these intense close-ups towards the end. Like you said, the juxtaposition between the dinosaur and the man sets up some of the themes of the story right there, right then and there, I think. Okay, so this scene right here,
I love this.
I think,
I'm gonna
is
keep
one of the
saying that
greatest
all the time.
openings. Again,
I love it.
no man,
Look at it.
This is, I think, quintessential. I mean, this is
You have your 18 mil lens here, showing a nice, beautiful view of the jungle, and just a close up of the dude speaking Spanish, and you'd have no idea.
I think this is one of the prime examples of Spielbergian style.
Steven Spielberg keeps talking about how he doesn't have a style, and he always says that he feels like he doesn't have like a certain look to it. I disagree. I think
I
it's
think
very
this is
easy
a
to
very,
see.
very good example of that.
And you know
And
what?
it's wonderful.
This is something I would love to imitate all the time because I love. Look at that! Look at this! The natural,
The realism. I mean, like,
and how the actors are speaking their lines.
Yeah.
It just flows, and it's
Well,
just a
what's
nice,
great here,
quiet
though,
opening.
is
You
that-
see so much information.
again,
as
when
well.
I was a kid, I never paid attention to dialogue. But I think this is one of those scenes where the dialogue is important, but you can really just get drawn in based on the setting and that these people are here and what's a lawyer doing here talking to a
and-
digger. And you really don't, the dialogue isn't so much
Watch your head.
the focus as the visuals really can hold it up at the same time. But, of course, the dialogue is great as well.
Yeah, he's too trendy. Ian Malcolm, he's too trendy. You'll never get him out of Montana. Muchachos, sedanos. I don't even know what he's saying. I
think
know.
this is also great because this is an opener where we haven't even seen any of the main characters yet.
And this guy isn't in the character at all. He's just a dude.
He's just the beginning.
And we have
but,
close-ups of him.
But this
and
sets things up so nicely.
He's speaking Grandson Digger. He's like me. And the music. Oh, and cut.
That's a symbol that's going to be
There's the cut.
important throughout the movie. So, by the way, I think we were setting this up. Hopefully, you've seen the movie before. That'd be silly if you're watching it for the first time. So, we're going to be talking about probably all kinds
This
of
quiet
parts in the story.
legato. This underscore. Beautiful, mysterious. And here we are digging dinosaur bones, which looks so fake to me.
These are a bit of fakers, but I think the thing with the way I usually watch movies is that for me it's enough just to understand the concept and what the story is trying to tell a lot of the times. So, for instance, if it looks fake, I don't care because the story is important here.
Definitely, it pulls you. It already pulled you in.
Awesome opening.
You bought the farm.
Everything's awesome.
Oh yes, I hate
And
computers.
this is great. This sets up the character of Alan Grant
Oh, you
and
see
Ellie
that,
Sattler.
that swift little. But
I always was confused what this was when I was a kid. I always was like,
I don't know
what
what
in
it
the
is.
world? What is this? They're shooting in the ground. I always thought it was like a shotgun mounted to a thing, but no.
Okay, now again, beautiful Spielberg sort of real but adventure. You know what I mean? Real venture.
Mm-hmm.
Image back.
Oops, sorry about that. So let's talk really quick about something that's really interesting. Is that?
But I love this scene.
Oh yeah, totally. It's
beautiful.
We're talking about the scene.
Dig anymore. Oh ha ha ha! Oh, Grant. Now I always want to look how much plaid is being displayed. Look at those mom jeans. They got that '90s aesthetic so well.
Huh? Sorry, I was watching the movie.
Oh,
See that cardboard thing? I always thought that used to be part of the monitor.
well,
when I was
because
a
you
kid.
watch it on such a low resolution. Oh, well, Grant just No wonder these guys learned how to fly.
That doesn't look
So
very
was this back then
scary.
when they were discovering that?
Oh, wait,
there
it's
was a
not there
link
yet. Oh,
Between
whoops.
dinosaurs and birds.
What? Oh, yeah, here comes his lecture. Than they do with reptiles. Look at the pubic bone turned backward, just like a bird, and like a vertebrae full of air sacs and hollows like a bird. And the word raptor means bird of prey.
That doesn't look scary.
And then we show. Look at all those people. Look at all the backgrounds. I'm going to look at those a lot.
Yeah.
And here's the 6-foot turkey
yeah, you
kid.
should be watching this in HD because there's a lot of stuff to pick up on.
And that's what I love with old school filmmaking. Well, because they take the entire frame into consideration. I love the background sound. And I like how he's talking to this kid.
Well,
And-
here's one thing that's great about this scene is that it's so calm.
It's
in the
calm.
acting, you don't have to start things with a bang. I mean, we already had the intro, and so this is a nice scene because you get involved
From the side.
into the dialogue.
Okay, good.
And I love that because you're intensely listening to what they're talking about.
Yep. And he's setting up his character
Yeah.
a little bit. He knows all about his dinosaurs.
Well, the
he
great
likes
thing about
messing
this,
with
the great thing
kids.
about this is that we don't have to see. We're not advancing the plot here. We
No.
don't need to. Right now, we're exploring a bit of who this Alan Grant guy and who Ellie Sattler are.
Yeah, that's.
But that's what the beauty of it
101.
is that. Well, I know, but this is quality writing.
Sorry. Yes, it is. It is. David
know?
Kep, Michael Crichton,
And this is one of those movies that just
Here.
gets it right.
or here. And then we always cut back to Ellie. Intestines. I like his wiggle with his
Yeah.
knees. You're
I
alive
always
when they
wonder
stop to eat
what is
you.
that thing he has on his belt? What is that?
What?
You ever know? That thing he carries on his belt with a little silver tip.
Oh, I don't know. I never.
What
heard
is that? I always wondered.
I love his T-shirt though. Everybody's shirts are. Everybody's costumes. I wonder who the costume designer
It's
is.
really good.
I should have checked. I like that. There we go. If you wanted to scare the kid, you could have pulled a gun at him.
I was always confused when I was little. Why does Alan Grant not like kids? I never knew. I was like, why?
I'm a
Why
kid.
wouldn't you like kids? Why? See,
Elliot,
that was
they're
me.
noisy. They're expensive. I messed up all the quotes. They do not smell. Baby smell. I hope I don't quote the entire movie. And here we go. By the way, no music. Very environmental. Very nice in its pace. And then we have this introduction of the helicopter coming in. It's not showing a feeling of, like, it's not telling you what to feel. It's giving you all that you need to know in pictures and in sound. And I like that it's a neutral way of showing things. And it's good because the choice of angles and the way it's being paced and the way it's being shot is giving you an idea of how you should feel in a suggestive way. Anyway, here we go. This is it.
Mystery Man.
Hey, we were saving that for today. I guarantee it. All right. So here he is, this eccentric character. Very different from the book.
I always love that dust.
Yeah, this is good.
That's excellent.
Has been well spent. And if you look in the back, I think that's a Crash McCreary drawing down there
Oh, really? On the wall?
behind Grant and Ellie. You want to talk about the magic?
Oh, absolutely. So soon
towel?
here we'll get to see this towel turn from pink to white in just a cut.
And look again,
Pretty
wide.
amazing. This is again, we're back to the Spielbergian.
It's also very stage playish in its nature.
You're talking about
Look at that
how it's set up?
laptop.
Oh, I never noticed that. Whoa, did we have a laptop like that?
It looks
Almost.
like the one Rob Hargan's had. And look, it's white.
There it is. It's going to turn pink in a couple seconds.
Biological preserve. Spectacular. Spared no expense. Make the one going down and can you look like it? And
Pink.
it's pink.
So look, you can actually read the things in the background.
I love it.
There's some comics they're putting up. And
I love this. Small versions of adults, honey.
That's a good line. That's my favorite. They're like, see, they don't know any lawyers.
Yeah.
You can now tell.
Oh, remember that
you can tell the
Dust
difference
Buster?
between
It's a very ancient
what
relic.
position Hammond is
Yeah.
in.
It's on outside opinions.
Well, your kind, of course.
Okay.
Oh,
We should stop
Yeah, I
doing
know, I
this
was
and
gonna
start
say we
going
should
to
stop
the Keebler over there. And
the keeper.
there's this little comic behind John Hammond there with a little T-Rex sitting down in a chair. And that's a caricature artist whose name escapes me, but he did a few of them for Lost Worlds behind the scenes, which is great.
Really?
Yeah. I love his dust. See there, you can see. Nice,
there's the comic.
There's Mars, something about Mars. And then the music starts. Good. Paleobuttonist. Grant was feeling her butt. Hey! What did he say? A jet standing by a chopper. What was he saying? Funding your... Okay, I'm just going to try to stop.
So you need to stop. No more.
So now the music is kind of building up. This is the first time we hear an optimistic track. And in... How long was this? In like around 13 minutes, we already pretty much introduced most of the things that we needed to know. Boom! And then it cuts to...
totes going in.
This dog. Yes. You see that dog? When I was a kid, watching this on VHS, I was like, why are they showing us dogs? Because, as a kid, you're usually naturally driven to look at animals and be fascinated by them and, think they are the focus whenever they're there. So for me, I always felt they're showing dogs, but they're going to have big, scary dinosaurs,
So basically you're saying this dog doesn't stand a chance. Doesn't even compare to what we're going to be seeing. This is just old-fashioned dogs.
So... Here's the man.
I'm just afraid I don't want to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger commenting on the
it's okay.
whole
I think we're doing
narrative.
We're doing
of the
all
story,
right. I think we're doing
explaining what people can see on the screen.
So Dodgson is
here's a funny thing. Now, I have to say though,
here.
I remember Dodgson was kind of confusing.
Yeah.
When I watched it when I was younger, because I didn't quite understand. Then again, I never paid attention to dialogue, so obviously.
Yeah, but
that
Jacob,
would contribute.
Nobody cares.
That would contribute to me not knowing.
It's all right.
So here's the interesting thing about this, right? Is that
look in the back. Look right into the right.
Is very
look at him. Look at him.
Right. Look at the right. There he is, Michael Antieri.
Michael Antieri. Never noticed that until how long ago? Like a couple of weeks ago. You pointed it out, and I was like, "What?" Michael Antieri in the background.
There he was.
He's the special not visual effects, the practical effects supervisor for the on-set stuff.
Yeah, if you watch any of the making ofs, you'll see him. Like he talks about the guitar string under the car.
Yeah.
To make the ripple effect on the water. So this is interesting. This is actually quite different. No, there's a lot of differences from the book, but I remember Dodgson plays a much bigger role in the book, whereas the film he just kind of is the catalyst for Dennis to cause trouble in the park.
Gracias, señor. And of course, the music behind this took ages for us to find. All the Jurassic Park fans, because in the credits,
lemon eating.
That's not a lemon.
Oh, it's a pineapple.
It's a pineapple. I thought it was like a taco.
No, I think it's a fruit.
Oh, my life is ruined.
Well, the interesting thing about that scene as well was that they finally found the background song.
Yeah.
That was lost for like 20 years because it was credited wrong.
Yeah, it was in the CD on the album. It was the third track, but they actually credited the second one.
And it took 20 years to find it.
And here's the classic.
But now, our lives can be complete because that was found.
Now, I'm sure they filmed this on a train track somewhere around the beach.
I don't know. I believe it totally, 100%.
Because I can't see it otherwise. I just see...
Well, if you think about it now, you can tell that the wall is kind of missing. So the camera can get a wider angle.
Well, I'm really thinking this is some kind of... like on a beach somewhere.
Huh? Philip, no quoting.
Sorry.
What do you mean on the beach?
It's on a beach somewhere. Where do you think? Do you think they filmed this on a helicopter? No.
No, of course
Do you think they filmed it on a boat? Maybe.
Why on a boat? This is
How
a projection.
else? Rear projection.
Looks like it to me.
Wow. Then, first time I ever...
That's what I thought always. I don't know. I could be wrong.
You bring a rock star.
I never understood that line when I was a kid.
Of course not. And here it is. How can he see from the other side? Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
Bum, 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 bum. And there's that... I think they filmed all this in Kauai, which is one of the islands...
Man, this music...
of Hawaii.
Is terrific.
In the United States, so this is a purely
Really?
100% American film. What?
Nice. This music is, absolutely glorious.
But do you see how the pace of this movie really kind of... the way you're editing it, the way you were presenting it, it just got a nice slow vibe, and then...
Yeah.
But with
it's
not
never,
so
it's
much...
never pushing anything.
Like, not so much detail, you understood what all the characters were going to go to and what was being set up to. And then, oh look, he only has two females. Oh, but life finds a way. You see?
Oh, that's right. No, that's nothing to do with the
Is
story.
it symbolism or is it just a joke?
I don't know. I think it's just a joke.
By the time you've got sorry. And there we go.
Good old Alan.
So again, da da bum bum bum. I shouldn't do that because if people sometimes
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of out of
hit
sync.
the commentary wrong.
I always love the look on the helicopter's blades. So cool. Okay, so now we
The
enter
landing
the second best car
platform.
in all of Jurassic Park, which is the
right,
Jeep.
right. Look at the mustache man.
Oh, he's
So
awesome.
many mustache men. So many people wearing their pants, up to their waists. And there he is, the proud father of this great creation.
Land.
Of this recreation.
I still need to
Poor
cosplay
old,
as one of
Richard
these guys
Attenborough.
right
When did he
here.
die? Did he die last year? 2 years ago?
What?
Lord Richard Attenborough.
Look at those Jeeps. They're awesome.
They're great. I can't deny
Second best car.
your fondness for these Jeeps. And there we go. What do you think all these workers think? What do you think they're thinking?
I think they just
Oh,
think like
lunch is,
yeah, lunch is close. 5 o'clock. Shift ends. I can get on the boat.
All right, so now another thing when I was a kid. Well, it's going to come in soon.
Oh yeah,
Right here, this dialogue between Hammond and Gennaro. No absolute idea what they were talking about. He was talking about concrete moats, motion sensor. Enjoy yourself. All right, so you're gonna know. You're gonna know what I'm gonna say, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, that's a nice watch. Now hear this smile. What did I think when I was a kid? I thought, in 48 hours, you will be paying for this. And he's actually inviting him to die. I actually thought he was going, in 48 hours, you will die.
Because he knew.
The
Because Hammond
dinosaurs.
knew that he's
Okay,
gonna
so here we
die
go.
by
Stop.
dinosaurs.
And there's a wonderful Fresnel that's hitting the Jeep.
Look at that
Nice
beautiful
with a
seat
few
in the
flags. What? Now this. The most silent Brachiosaurus.
Jeep. Oh yeah. He's a silent guy.
Of course, we all like this shot. This was done with a techno crane.
Really?
Yeah. I just know that because I watched the behind the scenes. And she's wondering at the new Cretaceous, plants. But what they actually see is... What do you think people thought of this when they saw this in the theater?
I think it was probably really amazing. Now, granted,
It does show its age now.
this isn't the best example
Shush.
of the CG in the film.
But this is a great shot. I like how it comes from
Because
there. And it's simple.
I think the CG,
I need to
the rest
to
of the
learn
CG
from
movie
these. Sorry.
is really, really good and still holds up. But this, I think you can still tell a bit of the textures
Yeah.
and a bit of the lighting is.
Wow, look at the
unfortunately-
pixel. You can see
yeah,
some of the
unfortunately
pixel
doesn't really.
bump mapping. It's not going well, but it's fine. It's cool. This is my favorite from... I
Ian.
helped. All right, so... $30 Now, considering giraffes have really tall necks and it takes a while for their blood to come up all the way up to their brains and then back down.
Look, you can see the cutout trees there.
Can you?
Yeah.
Leaves falling on the ground down there. We're gonna make a fortune with this place.
That guy.
Oh, here it comes. The bragging. T-Rex,
Ooh.
32.
T-Rex?
I like how both Laura Dern and Samuel, they're all doing great,
Oh, man,
honest
yeah.
acting. Honest acting. Oh. I never knew what that meant. Put your head between your knees.
Yeah.
And there we go. This is how the movie begins. Like, this is the beginning of the second act.
Really? Already?
Welcome to Jurassic
The
Park.
second act is already happening?
Well, the adventure begins. Da-da-da. And there's this wide shot. Still holds up. Wonderful.
Absolutely. And you're thinking like,
And they're all
these
green
aren't-
screen. They're comped in. It's all a composite from a photo.
Oh,
you know that?
yeah. Wow.
And they put heat mapping, and you can just watch the behind the scenes. Sam Neill does a very good American accent.
I know, right? Really good one.
'Cause he's from sunny New Zealand. How'd you do this? I'm sorry.
You can't help it. You can't help it.
I refrain from that
I
one.
love this
refrain
scene
from
coming
that
up.
one. This music.
Oh, man. How did all the music cues work for every scene so well?
And it's like John Williams understood. John
And they
Williams and
put you
his
to it.
co-orchestrator, they both
But you have
understood.
to be, although as well, we have to take into consideration that we did watch this as kids, and it's very nostalgic. The
I
music,
know,
at
I know,
least, so.
I know.
But I think still, I think you can't argue that the music
What
works
I'm-
perfectly.
But when I'm watching this, it's just the. Oh, by the way, you can see the lights.
The
you can
feel.
see the
Oh,
artificial
yes.
lighting
Yeah,
Those-
yeah.
playing for daylight.
No, the feel is great.
Look at him. He's talking about rides. Everybody has rides. We don't have rides.
I always like this though, even in the book,
Capture the imagination.
that they show. They go to the park before it's open.
Oh yeah, yes. The Phil Tippett quote.
There it is.
Oh, that was dubbed over,
Too
wasn't it?
bad
Don't you
though.
mean
I think it
extinct?
could have gotten a bit more screen, like a little
I
bit
know
of
they
more
could have
focus.
emphasized it on a close-up or a,
But it's still in there. It's cool.
Then again, that is a vibe.
Hmm?
Visual language.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh yeah, here I come.
So presumably
Then again,
John
Indiana
Hammond,
Jones isn't like this.
No. So presumably John Hammond was going to do this for all the visitors.
No, I think this is just for the promo people.
Oh,
I thought when I was a kid, he's gonna be doing this all the time,
Well,
just
that's
like the
what I
guys
thought
at
now.
Islands of Adventure in Universal Studios. Good old interlaced. So why didn't they put that on the bonus materials for the Blu-ray?
man, they should have.
Like this, just so we can watch this, and we can do our own. John that hurt.
Scientist talk right here.
Gennaro. Shh. He's shushing. Who are you shushing? We're science.
He's loving this marketing stuff, Gennaro.
Oh, look. Richard Attenborough over there looked a lot
Yeah.
like his brother.
David?
Yeah.
Sloths are boring.
Well, Mr. DNA's boring.
I like Mr. DNA.
I love Mr. DNA.
This is a cool
His
shot.
southern drawl.
I always like that shot.
Yeah, it's great. The thing about Michael Cundy's cinematography, now if I want to sound a little more sophisticated here, is that what I like is that he uses very, very practical forms of natural lighting. Like when the Fresnel hits and it has that, what was it, 4,000 K temperature, he keeps it that temperature. Probably not that many gels used.
That's cool.
And
I don't know
very,
what that
very
means,
direct
but
lighting. You know gels.
sounds
You
good.
put them over
Gels
the lights.
I do, but
so
I don't
you
know
can-
the rest, the 46 Fresnels. and
I don't know.
stuff.
I'm just talking out of my butt here. I don't remember the exact color temperatures for all the things, but I'm hoping that 4,000 is the one for. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Amber, I was just looking at this when I was a kid, and I was enthralled by the majesticness of
I always
almost
like
Bill Nye.
he always put the smaller needle in the bigger needle.
Yeah. It's as simple as that. Bingo. And I always thought that was the Brachiosaurus DNA. What did you think?
I just thought it was just radioactive.
Because I already
DNA.
had like Brachiosaurus. 8 hours a day, years to look at the entire DNA strand. It's that long. And then, what was he saying? Ooh.
Who knows?
And I always thought the cartoon was interesting. So here we go.
This always looked like an infomercial to me.
They're using the
part.
Nintendo Power Glove right there.
Dude, yeah, you're right.
Wasn't that something?
Yeah, some kind of prototype of the Power Glove
with the same
before it
kind of
became
method?
the Power Glove.
So the important thing now is plot point is the DNA from a frog. To complete the code, fill the holes.
Yes.
And now this score is only temporary.
It's funny how these three main characters in the front, they're not really interested in this ride.
So Steven Spielberg, he can do this, which is feeling realistic, but at the same time you can have a nice adventure aspect to it with the music and the lighting and the costumes, which is what I believe, and the art direction.
Look at that grain.
Wow, that's a lot of grain.
Gennaro.
You.
Oh, really?
I loved how when I could really tell you when I was a kid watching this, I didn't understand anything they were talking about.
I know, me neither.
Until she went, can we see the... Oh, by the way, that's the
Yeah, that's the control room.
Anyway, she was like, can we see the unfertilized eggs? I just knew, can we see the little eggs? Because you don't
I
understand
always
the
felt bad that
language.
they're breaking this.
Yeah. No, Gennaro. Mace Windu.
Let's
Jedi
see if we can
Bendu?
spot anything in the background that we never noticed before.
Well, I see a Kula over there. And I see the future evil villain.
Yeah. Mastermind.
Oh, man, I was just thinking, compare this to Jurassic World.
You can't.
You can't. Jurassic World is I don't know what to say, because this is not 100% realistic, but the way it's presented is. But the art direction isn't. Not so much. It's a good sort of balance.
I mean, that's the key, really, isn't it? It's the fine line where you're balancing this idea that no one thinks this is real, but the way that it's, like you said, it's presented and the actors acted and everything is combined together is
they
that
convince you.
Yeah, you're in for the whole story and the whole deal.
I know this.
And that's what
this
works
wonderful
so well
thing. Now,
in the story. What do you think of this? What do you think of the?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
You buy the entire thing. Push. Come on. Look at him. Little baby. Oh. That's my little sound effect. There you are. Now, if only they could have, if only they were thinking of, like, we could digitally add some blinks to the little raptor.
Yeah, they could have done
sold
that.
it. That one sold it. You can do it in After Effects. I can do
looks
it.
like he has
What's he
strawberry
doing? He's
jelly.
always pointing at himself. I always wondered to Alan Grant was doing that.
I think it's like,
just
are you saying hi to me?
now. Oh.
Yeah, Malcolm's ready on the attack.
Yeah, that's what I like. I think
Yeah.
he knew the character.
Yeah, because that's his style.
Oh, look, I can see a string.
Is that a string or no?
Look at that. High 80s, warm-blooded creatures. I love all the wide shots, man.
Yeah, totally.
I haven't seen many Spielberg... I mean, I have, but I haven't seen recently to compare it, but, you know. All right, Mr. Jumper Jacket, Doc Brown. No, this sucker's electrical. Deny them that. It's not.
So this is already introducing the theme of the movie.
Ah. Look at that backlight hitting him. Get those highlights in the back. Well, there it is.
It is too bad though that Ian Malcolm, they really shrunk his character in the movie.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, like I think they really changed his character from the book.
Okay, I
love both characters, by the way. I think they're both great. But I'm just saying, like I think they could have maybe put a little more of the original Ian Malcolm.
Look at that.
But it's cool.
Look at that backlight.
Ian Malcolm was great.
Just hitting his eye. And it's also going up on Woo's there. And then, you bred raptors. And the nice little solemn nod. Yeah. And then we look at it in a different light.
As a killer.
And then we jump cut to...
All right. Look
One of
down,
the
look at Alan
finest
Grant down there.
sound
Never
effects.
noticed him down there.
I've always noticed him, Jacob.
Huh. Alejandro.
Alejandro... Who?
Alejandro is the chef. Making... There it is.
Alejandro Jodorowsky. This is after not being able to make Dune. And then now he's just got a job being a super chef.
Who, Alejandro?
I wanted to make a Dune, but now I'm here in Jurassic Park.
See, this is cool because here, again, this isn't
The
necessarily
pacing is so good.
this isn't necessarily crucially
The cuts are good. Okay,
forwarding the plot. But this is kind of like what makes a
it's
good movie interesting.
Whoa, it's
Scenes
introduce-
like this is
well,
what really makes a good movie.
Yeah,
I
but it's
think.
introducing you to the terror of the Raptors.
But I'm
which
saying,
will play a
like,
part
it
later
seems
on.
to me like a lot of movies these days, they like to just go strictly into just the plot and making sure the plot is going forward.
Look at him, he's
moving
loving
forward. It. But this is a scene that is an example of the opposite of that, I think, but in a great way.
They should all
Here
be
we go,
destroyed.
classic Spielberg wide shot with multiple people talking
It's
at
great.
the same time, and it's I don't think I've ever seen that done in any other film.
Well, you haven't seen many films. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's true.
I'm sure he was influenced by the movies. Like, remember whenever he talks about stuff? Look, we're talking. Is when
That's
they're
true.
talking.
Our film library isn't as big as a lot of other people's.
What I wanted to say is that he was definitely influenced by a lot of older filmmakers, and whenever he's talking in interviews, he talks about those older guys from the 30s, 40s, and 50s and 60s. Like we talk about people like Steven Spielberg and his new wave sort of post film industry crash sort of people like Scorsese.
I think it's cool though because it just goes to
Palma.
show that different generations are influenced by the previous generation. It's awesome. Here, you want some cookies
Cookies. Yeah.
from jolly old England?
I remember the cookies. Now, Robert Peck, he's a good actor. Too bad he
What
died
was his
in
name?
2003. The only other movie I remember him being in was not a movie. I think it was an episode of Wishbone, where Wishbone goes back in time or something like that. Little dog that talks.
I love this. They watched that.
I
Bull
love this.
And then Chilean sea bass.
I would love the Chilean sea bass. So we're going on a tour. Look at all the little concept art that they have here.
Oh yeah, look at that. Man,
This is such a nice, relaxed movie. You compare it to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
look at that projected attendance.
I cracked a finger and I broke a nail. Oh, I burnt my fingers and I cracked a nail.
This is a really cool scene though.
Oh, yeah.
You get
love it.
everyone's perspective.
They're a lot worse. I want to hear every viewpoint. Nice little side lighting there, And then the pose he's in. Okay, sorry. So this is always one of the most fun scenes to listen to, obviously, with her silence. But this is his reaction. Look at that Chilean sea bass down there, looking delicious. No one's even eating it.
Here's the classic.
And now you're selling it. You're selling it. Well, Jurassic Tennis.
Yeah, I remember. Always notice that.
Yeah. Condors, indeed. I thought he was talking about the crane.
Oh,
Not the crane, the bird, but the actual technical crane. We're just watching the movie.
I know. Yeah.
Had their shot and nature selected them for extinction. Luddite.
Oh, I never heard that line. Luddite attitude.
I like how
He's going so
looking.
far, Ian Malcolm.
He's a radical man.
He is radical.
Ellie has earrings.
What? Never saw that.
We can control it, don't worry. Thank you. Your neck is long.
They will escape and go under a name Pilkington.
Stay green, stay in the woods, stay safe. Now here comes his hero shot. He gets his nice close-up here.
Yeah.
Well, mid-shot, but I mean...
Well, he is the main character. Hey, that's interesting. This movie doesn't really have a main character.
No. Well, Alan Grant kind of,
but I
because
would
he
like
has an arc, right?
Alan, Ellie.
So that's the thing. They have a balance. They have a
Malcolm.
mild, sort of hero's journey, really mild, really subdued.
Mhm.
And I think that kind of made it more
that's enough
accessible
for
and
this
fun
movie.
to watch for the... What?
That's enough for this movie. They don't have to go through a... They do go through a change.
They didn't have to do it at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that just kind of helped it. But maybe
Absolutely.
I'm wrong. Oh, I always think that's Alejandro, but I guess that's stupid. He would be the chef. It would be like a star chef, Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Well...
Grandpa! I love this area, this environment. It's well designed. Rick Carter was the production designer,
Oh, really?
and he also did a bunch of movies that you probably also know. Him and Dean Cundey put together, they sort of make the movies that we
the
all
most
like.
beautiful car in the world
In the
is
century.
being shown right here, right now. Look
Right
at those
before your
colors.
eyes.
Look at that model. Look at the interior.
Aren't they glorious?
That is my dream car right there.
Mm.
Look at that. Look at that color.
Very 90s.
Look at that. It's
No!
flourishing with
This
beauty.
sucker's electrical! By the way, Dean Cundey, Rick Carter, they both worked on Back to the Future 1, 2, 3, and this, and Dean Cundey did a bunch of other stuff, especially with Mustache Man that smokes a lot. Mustache Man that smokes a lot.
From?
He looks like Revolver Ocelot.
Oh. I know what you're talking about.
He directed The Thing and Solid Snake goes... No, what am I talking about?
Carpenter?
Escape from New York. John Carpenter. Now here's the kid. Here's the little kid played by Joseph
This is
Mazzello.
changing the entire dynamic of the movie so far. I mean, you introduce the kids.
Oh yeah. I love how he just doesn't want to talk to him.
Oh, man, yeah.
I just...
He's pretty doing a good job, though, being a bit of an annoying kid.
Media.
They call me Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Oh. Well, listen, Tim, let's strike a deal.
I want to make a movie with wide shots. How about when there's a potty break, we can switch cars, and then you can...
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Tolls him.
Backer is the... Sorry.
Oh.
Because it'd be good for you. Look at her. She's biting her nails. She's all... and then there's his wonderful little shot there.
All right, so now we're going backstage.
This is where most of the movie takes place, and half of the movie
Look at
takes
those
place.
predator codes in the background.
The Predator codes, yeah. How come no one made a simulation of this on the internet?
See, this is a good aspect.
Ray
I think
Arnold.
that's
His name
often overlooked.
wasn't his name John Arnold in the books?
I think so, yeah.
Here is Ray,
Weird. I don't know why they changed his name. The classic.
because there's John
cigarette.
Hammond and John Arnold, and I don't know.
No, this is good. This is like one of the things that I think works so well in the story is that not only are we going to be introduced to conflicts and problems with the dinosaurs, but on top of that, we have this storm coming in, which I think is because it's one of those things that I think every good movie that has this kind of a story style is that you always need something in the background that's pushing the characters, and you never can have really a moment where it's too still, right? Apart from the beginning, like we saw in the movie.
But then again, if something's interesting enough, you can have it go on a little bit more. Especially
You can, but I think
you have to have a good sense of
But
what
I
it's
think
doing
that
to the
a
story.
good movie always has like just enough
Yeah.
to where like, okay, like now there's a problem, we have to
Yeah.
solve the problem or work through the problem.
There's that gate.
Isn't that still around somewhere or no?
What?
Isn't that still around the gate or no?
I wouldn't say so. If you looked at the freeze frame of it and you could see, it would really made it like a plaster.
Okay.
And very perishable material. So we spared no expense with, showing how John Hammond's just loving this.
This is great because we don't.
I
see
should
anything.
stop pretending like I'm trying to speak like a film historian or something and, explain every aspect of what, why people say different lines and what John Hammond's doing. So I should just
That's okay. I think it doesn't matter.
calm down.
We're just talking.
I love this,
Say what you want to say, it
again,
doesn't
because it's not like Jurassic World where we have to have a reference of the goat and the flare and the whatever for the T-Rex, right? This is how it is. This is for real. There's your dinosaur. We got the impression of the Dilophosaurus without even seeing it, without even, nothing. We spared all the expense we could with the Dilophosaurus because it wasn't even in the shot, but it gave you the best impression.
The point of that scene, I think, was just that to show that some of the parts of the park are not really.
I know, but the idea,
like.
But what I meant was you hear the word and it's not there and it feels, and it also helps the story. Also, he's watching Jaws.
Oh yes, did we miss it?
It's coming again.
That's a good little Easter egg there.
I love it. Or cheap.
Oh, there it is. You missed it. Who's that guy with a pipe?
He's a philosopher.
Really? Let me see. Is
But
that
they
Bertrand
are
Russell
your
or no?
problems. What?
Is that Bertrand Russell?
Maybe. Also, look at those Silicon Graphics computers.
Oh.
Michael Kahn is still editing, right? There he is. There's Jaws.
On the QuickTime player.
On the other monitor should have been King Kong.
Why?
Nah,
Why
that's
King
still
Kong?
on the nose. See, that's the good thing about this. It's not on the nose at all, ever.
No,
But it references things properly.
no, totally.
Dinosaur paddock. And here we are, beautiful Kauai. They created this nice little road, this nice fence, and when it turns night, completely different geography for some reason.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean in the island?
Well, this ditch just
Doesn't
appears
matter.
out
Look
of
at those
nowhere.
cars.
Anyway,
Look how
we're still
beautiful
playing the
those
waiting
cars
game. We
are.
just saw one dinosaur so far, and a few Parasaurolophuses.
This is great though, because it's showing like how the
Parasaurolophi.
tour would actually like.
Well, and it also introduces how there are some pretty big problems with these dinosaurs, and or it's already the
yeah, that's totally
aspect
true,
of control that's being played out here.
Funny. Let's compare this really quick. I don't want to compare too much, but think about this, right? This movie is actually a little bit more realistic. Well, it is more realistic than Jurassic World because you were seeing.
A little.
I know. Understated that. But no, I'm saying because, like you were mentioning, this beginning here is showing how the park isn't really all it's designed to be, and there's inherent flaws.
By the way, did you see this brilliant work of the focus puller?
Oh, let me see.
They're artists. No, it already happened. See here, I think no, it's not going to focus again.
But it's great because it's not
The rack
it's
focus.
not a cartoony
But
representation.
like I want to
of
say, the costumes
park.
and stuff kind of are.
Yeah, but that's okay. I think it's right in the middle there.
Right in the middle. I think
Right in the
everything
middle.
about
Perfect
filmmaking
blend.
and how you're trying to do it is to get to the middle line.
Absolutely.
I think that's what I've been discovering for
And I think that the intention of the filmmakers is clear, and that's the important part.
Is
That's
it gonna
why
eat the
that's why it's
goat?
enjoyable and fun.
Now we're all waiting. We're all waiting to see. In the book, the T-Rex just shows up and just destroys that thing in front of
Oh
them.
man, I forgot.
He wants to hunt. You know what's great? When actors
Hello.
get to act, you can see them act.
When what?
When actors get to act and you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
them act.
Totes.
Also depends on how you're setting up the scene as well, especially
Look at this.
when it comes to the editing and to the
Oh man,
shots.
man, he's being a jerk. He's being such a jerk.
Oh yeah. I really hate that man. I wonder why he did that when I was a kid.
Really, you didn't get it?
I don't get a lot of things when I was a child.
Yeah, I didn't
when I was
either.
5, no. There he is. He's getting a little loose
Yeah.
now.
See, this is the
board.
I don't know, because I really like in the book, there's like such long monologues of Ian Malcolm.
Yeah.
They go into detail of chaos theory And this is kind of like the condensed version. But again, I don't know anything about chaos theory.
Whew. He's holding her little ear. I messed that up. I wanted to say like ear poklopci.
Covers?
Ear covers, yeah. Ear flaps.
I don't know. So people always say that Ian Malcolm's hitting on.
He is.
Ellie.
Look at it. He's clearly doing it.
I don't know. I never got that.
Look. He's like touching her
Touching, yeah, I
hand,
guess,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Look, let me demonstrate some chaos stuff." And Alan Grant loves those dinosaurs.
Alan Grant can't even tell.
Now look at the nice direct lighting. It's so.
Okay, I guess
such
this
a-
part right here might be too much.
Oh
for her.
yes, and she's like, "Alan, look at this."
She's fascinated by the.
Microscopic. Yep. Look at his ring.
Oh man.
Well, Grant hears the call of the dinosaur. Jump out of a moving vehicle. This is great. That's chaos theory. And they're getting annoyed. They're getting very annoyed. I think we're talking like Arnold now.
I think we are.
They're
at this
getting
point.
annoyed now.
Well, what can we tell? What can we talk about? That we usually talk about.
I
when we
like the
watch this
wood up
movie.
there. That wood, that nice polished wood up on the top. When everything looks like construction. What do you call that?
I love
design?
this that he's playing a video.
Oh yeah, he's playing a video. Let's see. No, not yet.
No, later.
It's later.
Later he'll play the video.
And
Oh, the
we see, we
Macintoshes.
remember the Reese Pieces, the Reese cups,
Reese-Peasy.
and the.
So let's see, what can we
Shade
talk
green.
about?
This kid is still talking about how dinosaurs died. Shut up! I like his little shoes. Oh, I think didn't he have like pants, and then he just kind of. No.
Who?
Gennaro.
Gennaro?
Come
Good
on,
question,
watch
actually. I think he
this.
did.
So the Stan Winstonites, when they were working on the Triceratops, I didn't realize how long it took for them to bring it into the set, the island in Hawaii,
Oh, wow.
and it took like a bunch of different months for them to push it in and let it go, let it rip. Sorry, I'm
some of the best work.
It's great. Look at the detail on that thing.
It's really good.
I'm just wondering, like, how big a real Triceratops is. I keep forgetting how big they are.
It's a good question.
But
I have
look
no
at that
idea.
horn. I can't see something that was made out of,
Yeah, totally.
anything other than bone. And the different subtleties on the face, on the skin, and the dirt. Well, they had a lot of prep time, so it's great. Look at that. Driven to tears. The animatronic is so lifelike. Most beautiful thing I ever saw.
They're,
So it's a
they're
sedated.
dinomaniacs.
Look at his little teeth. I didn't even see
This
those.
is really well done. Oh, that's really gross. Ugh.
There's some snot. I always look at the snot.
Here, flashlight.
Oh, and there's a cameo by the producer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way.
It's a pretty elaborate cameo.
It is, really.
I forget his name.
See, what is that thing he's carrying?
What?
On his belt?
Little jackknife?
Maybe.
There's a close-up of Ariana Richardson as... Wait, that's her name. I was going to say...
Let's look at your
what-
eye.
What's Alexis, right? I was going to say Lexidemical. Local plant life. So, we don't have to talk about the story, do we? It's not
Not
like
really,
we're
no. I think everyone...
delivering a thesis.
No. Talking over the story. We'll describe the story to you as it unfolds.
So, yeah.
What else can we talk about? I always thought it was interesting how Ellie is so concerned about these dinosaurs.
That's right. Isn't that interesting? It's just
Yeah.
like... Well, maybe because it's just such a new thing for them.
Yeah, I think so.
Dino droppings, yes. Oh, no. There goes that storm. So look at that. There's that.
Look at Samuel Jackson's face.
This is before Pulp Fiction.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I know Pulp Fiction looks like it was filmed in the 70s.
Yeah. What is that, 94, 95?
94.
5 minutes.
And leave now. I like the backlights. The clean the clean lighting that's in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ha. He's looking at a poster of Baby Genius. Okay, that's a joke from Riff Tracks. Couldn't help it.
Baby Genius?
Yeah, he's looking at a poster of Baby Geniuses on the side, and that's why he said it. All right, so here we go. Another nice close-up, just like they do in the classics. It's not like every movie should have this, but it does benefit, on a big screen. D and the Pick of Destiny.
When your kid is basically saying, she's blah, blah. You're like, oh.
There he goes. He steps into poo.
Ooh, hacking.
It's hacking time. Is that
I think it is a Newton.
an Apple
Hey,
Newton?
look at the keyboard. Remember we watched the video of a keyboard?
Oh, that's right.
Now we know. That's one of the Apple keyboards. Doctor,
And now
please.
comes the storm. This is the thing that's going to change everything. Change
so
the fate
true.
of the story. Gas? I'll catch up with you. You know what? I would probably say the same thing.
What, stay with the Triceratops?
Yes, because it's Triceratops.
I wouldn't. Storm's coming.
It is scary. I get very nervous looking at storms. So I think this was with the real storm that they had when they were filming the movie.
Oh, that's
they
right.
had that tropical storm come in as well.
There it
And
is.
there's the...
Watching the
Yeah.
video. Look at those file sizes.
Ooh, he did a test already. I like the dock, man. Oh, so by the way, the game, Jurassic Park, the game. Oh, by the way, and here's another low angle shot with a nice direct light coming from the back. Yeah, the game, Jurassic Park, you can actually get to the dock. Remember that? The Telltale one that no one really likes.
Oh, yeah.
And now these guys are just really disappointed. He's already concerned. We didn't even open, but he's just like...
Well, he's good. He's a cautious man. I'm totally with him.
But dinosaurs, Jacob.
This is good. He's so good at acting, he can do the lying as well.
What do you mean? He's completely... It's like, if you know what he's going to be doing, it's completely obvious that he's sweating and he's
No,
nervous.
I'm saying the actor.
Oh, Wayne Knight?
Wayne Knight. I'm saying Wayne Knight is such a good actor that he's doing the lying so well. Like,
Oh, yeah.
bad.
Everybody's doing
Bad
a good
lying.
job.
That's great. I'm saying he does a great job because it's totally, you can tell. It's great.
Ah, the one-click Mac
Look at those codes.
mouse. And here we go.
Look at that Command G.
Look at the 256 colors.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Anyway, now we're just bumbling around, jungling about. This set.
Oh, yeah,
All I
this-
can see
oh,
is
yeah.
the plants moving on a track
And it just being a black
and
background.
it being a black background.
Man, I know once you told me that you always see the same thing.
I'm sorry. It just
Look at that.
it.
Plants moving.
I can expect.
I wish
like
I could see when
like
the
a
plants
PA.
repeat. That'd be
What?
awesome. If the plants repeated,
Yeah, why not?
that'd be great.
Oh, I love those windows. Don't you? And now
Okay,
he's
we're gonna see
counting
some
down.
great spelling here.
Oh, I love the great spelling. One Pikachu.
Oh yeah, the sounds.
Oh right, this is when everybody smoked.
It was the 90s, man. Huh. Weird.
I like that. They're all kind of Gennaro. I mean, Gennaro's the lawyer. The other guy,
No,
Muldoon, is in the
Muldoon.
back, sort of like just loafing around. They're just kind of waiting.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Why are they waiting? Because they're
And
waiting
I
for the
also
guests.
I really like how the whole tour was kind of a failure. Like,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
little
really
bit of
good.
disappointment.
Here it comes.
But then again, now that I was thinking, Jurassic World did the same
Where's the
thing.
wrong one?
Tyrannosaurus with one N.
Oh, really? Velociraptor. That's good, I think.
Now here comes
Who's
the
the famous
here comes the
one?
big one,
There's-
Stegosaurus,
Stegos.
Metriacanthosaurus. See, I say these things. I say the words, and they come in. Embryo, cold storage, not so hot.
Man, this is a dirty deed.
That feels so nice to see. Clonk like a Lego.
Stealing all those embryos.
Nothing on in Jurassic Park. You want to text your friends out in the mainland?
You can't. How did you not take a hint, Malcolm?
Yeah.
Man, that sound I always remember. Look at that. You can see the car. It failed.
See, I know it.
Yeah, me too.
See, people think it's funny because he's fat, but it's because he said he was going to the vending machine.
That's true. He did say he's going to the vending machine. So,
All right. Boom. So he's doing his dirty deed.
yes.
He's sending these to Dachshund. Dachshund.
I always say Dodgson because I remember audiobook. I think it was Dodgson.
Oh, well,
I don't know. Maybe it's both.
I can't help you there. Look, he's going into Jurassic Park. When I was a kid and saw that, I was like, oh, man, he's going to get in trouble going into the dinosaurs. And he's always on with the raptors.
Let's see if we can see the
He has a
mystery
picture of a
man in the
donut. Did you see
photo.
that, Nedry?
That doesn't look
Is
like...
that Volt or Jolt?
Who?
That
The drink?
Yeah. There's a lot of low angles with lights coming from the back. Sorry, I'm noticing these things. Also, see how this is supposed to be at night, but it's all, the pure...
Well, that's a classic movie thing.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, it's great.
You have to light the dark scenes.
No, but this is more pure than, you would put like some blue gels now.
Oh, I
and
see.
then
You mean,
you would
like,
grade it and everything.
Very
But
bright. Yeah.
back here, it's nice and bright, which is great. There's nothing wrong. No
Stylistic
one...
choice. Man,
no one
this-
said, oh...
Look at that Jeep. We can admire the Jeep's design. Man.
What have you done?
That's not Bertrand Russell. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's a famous computer scientist.
All I can think of with this is doing that intro for the best friends.
Oh, yes.
You didn't say the magic word. Nedry's people. What do you think they mean by that?
Cambridge. Who said Cambridge?
But what came like a university?
Yeah, I think so.
He's not a university student.
But he probably works at the university.
Oh, see, I don't know these things because I'm not. A
Like, I'm sure, like, maybe he, like, I don't know.
that poor goat.
He's probably the IT guy at Cambridge or something. I don't know.
How big is the fence? How big is this paddock? How big is the tyrannosaur encampment? If he didn't get to the goat yet,
What do you mean?
like this whole time. Never mind. See, he doesn't care about kids. This is great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I love those goggles.
Put him back. Yeah, kid, do what you're told.
Now they do what you told you.
Nice casual,
Mm-hmm.
environmental. And look, she's looking
Look
back.
at that. Those colors are so good.
And then she's not looking back.
Oh, wow. She has magic powers.
I'm so glad people don't notice these editing problems.
I know, right? It's
If
really
they
good,
did,
though.
we'd have a huge
It's
issue.
really good thinking about that, because it's true.
Look at his fresh water. Now,
That's some good
see,
stuff.
Ian Malcolm offered him whatever he had in his little
I
flask.
think he was like drinking some harder
liquors.
stuff.
But that's the funny thing. To me, I always felt like when I was a kid, that's what I noticed the most. I didn't understand what they were talking
Yeah.
about. So I was like, he's offering him, and he says no. And Alan Grant's getting the fresh water, which,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's fresh or not. I don't know. Coming from the rain. And gives it to Ian Malcolm, and he's like, thanks.
Yeah.
And Alan Grant is such a good guy. So everybody knows the trick with the guitar string and the
I guess they put like strings under the car and they plucked them, and then you get this effect.
I think it's just under the Yeah.
Dashboard.
maybe is it
Maybe,
under the car? Well,
maybe.
they had to get
That's
like a big
weird.
bass string.
Must have been, yeah.
I love this. I love the thudding. These two things are such like. Oh, by the way, did you see the focus blur? Didn't do a good job.
Oh,
His face
poor
wasn't
focus
in
blur.
focus. It was his ears.
That's interesting. You can see now with HD.
Yeah.
You can see a lot more of
Let's
those.
watch all the
things.
dailies in HD. I want to watch all the dailies, which we'll never get to see. Uh-oh. See, there's no music now. Oh. Was there a leak?
I
Did
never
you see
understood this
that?
when I was a kid. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Where did this come from?" I always thought like just they threw it on the car. Someone threw it on the car.
Well, someone did. Whoa, the T-Rex did. He's just like, whoosh.
I know, but I'm saying like I didn't understand it when I was small.
Well, with his little hand, he's like threw it.
His little hand.
As a sign, it's like, get out of here.
And that looks so good.
Ah, yes. You can see the shakes, little bits of the shakes, because when they were filming the movie,
Man,
once the plastic.
think about being in this situation.
Okay,
yourself,
yeah.
Man. Just looking at Gennaro's. Oh man.
I wouldn't hide in the toilet. I would just run somewhere else. Oh. Goes the audience in 1993.
What would you do?
What if I were in the car?
Yeah.
I was hanging out with these guys.
Yeah. Maybe just like hide
Sacrifice
under
the children.
hide under the seats.
And here is
This is the prime shot.
the prime.
This is probably the best
The
shot in the
weight, the lighting,
The
the
rain.
movement we're having here. Boy, yeah. And this shot. And then it
Classic.
cuts to this.
movie. Really good.
I feel like the lighting has to be put into CG characters and creatures with the set in mind. But then again, here's the big thing. Maybe because they had animatronics as well, they were able to compare and contrast the CGI
Yeah,
images
totally.
with the beautiful animatronic one there. Now look, it changes
I
into a
don't know.
CG
My theory
one.
is also that because they came from a claymation background.
Yeah.
I think that helped. I don't know. I could be wrong.
That's what I always
But I
believe.
feel like that's part of what made it. The school of animation was different.
But there's other animators who did it on keyboards as well.
I'm saying maybe they also came from a similar background.
Well, yeah, you can't really.
But I don't know.
Well, there wasn't anything before this that was computer based.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think that it was all very new, and they were trying a lot. of
Well,
new
let's
things.
talk about how this
That's the
shot
best.
is great.
The pupils.
Oh my eye! We dubbed this, remember, a little while ago.
Yeah.
And then it's good stuff. Gary Rydstrom, sound effects artist, now directing movies, but he
Really?
did some really good. Yeah, he was gonna do Newt, the Pixar thing.
Oh.
He was doing sounds for Pixar a lot. And he directed the
Okay.
short, the Alien Invasion one, the little Pixar short. You can see the shakes. You can see a little bit of the shakes. Oh!
On the old
Now
Trex.
I think what they had the thing do is kind of surprise the children for acting purposes. Kids in peril. It's always a fun time. This
Man,
is
ready for this? That car.
yep.
That car is CG.
Not anymore, but that
Well,
other
it
shot
wasn't that
was,
shot.
yeah. Also, did
I
you see that
didn't
light? There
know
was a nice
for
little
the
light.
Longest time.
This one too.
So, I mean, look at that. I think that's so convincing.
I wouldn't have noticed. I never noticed.
Oh, the doubles at the bottom.
What I like about the approach they took with the animals, and they talked about this in the behind the scenes, of course, that they made the dinosaurs feel like animals.
Yeah, totally.
So he's munching on a tire because he doesn't know. He's like just kind of testing the grounds. Now I just don't know where this mud came from. Jacob, could you explain?
I don't know either. I don't know. It's a phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon.
Look at that dinosaur.
That's, phew. Look at that. I mean, of course, you can see the resolution differences.
Right, but I mean,
Of
that
compositing.
aside.
Ian Freeze, man. I love this.
Yeah,
I
this
love
is one
how
of the
it's
best shots.
walking
Look at
towards
this.
him. Still good. Still good.
I never knew you were saying that.
And the jumping Ian Malcolm, from his snout. Oh, there we go. And there he goes. Breaking all the
Ouch.
bones in his body.
That car CG? No, I'm just kidding.
Ah, I'm stuck, says Tim, the human piece of toast.
There's a lot of mud.
I don't know where it came from. I guess the road is just muddy. What would you say to someone like this?
What Alan Grant said. If I was a
Rich man?
bone digger.
So yeah, even in the book at the end, they look at that the light on the T-Rex's eye.
That's great.
That's interesting. So you can hear a little walrus in there. It's really nice how they sound mix that.
I was just confused with the ledge when I was a kid.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I didn't know where it came from.
That's what I was talking about at the beginning when we saw the paddock. I was thinking, what is going on? Why is there a ledge?
Yeah.
How did this apparate out of nowhere? And now he's with his wonderful clean shoes. He's gonna have to help the kids out,
This is pretty intense, though.
CG car, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. It's really good.
It is.
But it looks so real. Oh, man, this is intense.
Oh, grab it! Grab it!
Yikes. Okay, now I can tell it's CG.
Yeah.
Oh!
Was that a miniature?
I don't know. It could be.
And that's the T-Rex scene. Victory roar.
Wow.
And we're back. White Rabbit Doc. Look at Muldoon's face. What is this man talking about? What is this sorcery?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I like this this expression of concern. Sure. So they're the only ones left in the park, right?
Yeah.
See, his concern is breathing heavily without Dennis Nedry. Oh yeah, I forgot about Dennis. Talking to himself,
Man, he's done.
feeding the lines to us, the audience.
Dennis is done.
Yeah, at this point I was already thinking he should have been there by now, and
Man,
the
he's
boat's
in over
probably
his
gone
head,
anyway.
man.
So what they were filming here?
Well, here comes the sound effect.
Little cave. So in Jurassic Park, the game, you get to play this area. You get to see this area a little bit more. So Jacob, what is that sound effect?
I don't
all
know,
about?
Philip, but I don't know if it's really the best idea.
Well, it's kind of like today where everybody just puts in the ow.
Yeah. Maybe that was a leftover.
When I was a kid, I thought he said, "My glasses. I can't see without my glasses."
That's what he said.
No, he said, "I can afford more glasses."
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So these prehistoric trees? No, I don't know what this is.
Maybe not. That would take a while to grow.
Come on, Dennis. Good
These
old
are always
strap.
cool, these stropey.
Now this Dilophosaurus, Dilophosauruses are
I'm
generally a lot
very
bigger.
bad at, knowing animals or dinosaurs.
Dilophosaurus are generally a lot bigger than this, and animatronics. There were no animatronics, but the T-Rex and the Brachiosaurus.
Well, no, in the
head.
Dilo.
I think that's all a puppet, like the raptors.
Oh, you mean a wire?
Because they couldn't fit such wonderful
A wire-controlled puppet?
Yeah, such intricate
Look at the strings.
electronics. Oh, good. I'm glad the strings are back. It looks so good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. No, it's not a string. It's a blade of grass.
Oh, it's a blade of grass. Never mind then. Because they took out the strings
No.
in newer
That's a
Blu-ray
shame.
releases, which is very
It's
sad
unfortunate
for me.
and sad.
Look at I like the coloring of this creature. Anyway, yeah, so Dilophosauruses, what he says here, I know he said, compared to your big brothers, you're not so bad. Because Dilophosauruses are bigger than that.
Oh.
So maybe he's talking about that this is a young Dilophosaurus, and
Maybe.
he knows that they're bigger ones.
I always thought you just meant like,
yeah, the bigger
generally.
dinosaurs, yeah. And then, of course, Dilophosauruses never did this.
No?
No.
Or it's just speculated, right?
Yeah. The strings are there! Woo!
Yay!
Well, in the version we're watching. If you're watching the 3D version.
If you're watching the other version.
And then he does the
If
fatal
you're watching
mistake
the
of looking
DVD, then you
back.
probably won't see the strings.
Oh, and you can see the... never mind.
I always remember that scream, always. In this one.
Oh!
No, always remember that.
All the
time.
So this is supposed to set up a sequel.
Really?
It's supposed to show...
Spielberg talking about that?
Yeah, he was talking about that. And then, Michael Crichton thought of a cooler idea, I think, a more mature idea. Oh!
That's scary. That's a scary scene.
It is scary. This is his yells.
And here's the poop mud.
And my dad said, "Oh, he's pooping as well." And I thought, "Oh, that's poop. Oh, I see." So he's defecating and eating at the same time.
No, I don't remember that, really.
Or at least I thought that myself. I just thought that he's pooping as well.
That's
That's
hilarious.
so stupid.
Yep, that's a lot of poop. But that water
Oh
looks
yeah,
really
he
fresh.
loved us. He loved us.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Looks like she doesn't have eyebrows.
Hey. Sounds like it.
That's right. I hate kids. I won't love you. No. I know. We know what he said. All right.
We know Alan's story.
Stay there. Sit with the fresh water. I think the
that
T-Rex
looks
drinks
good.
from there.
Oh. We're in the T-Rex.
Yeah, you can stay in the hole. T-Rex don't care. T-Rex go
That
away.
changed a lot. I never knew we were in the T-Rex.
Aren't we?
I think you're right.
Maybe we're on a different.
Yeah, maybe a different one. I don't know. Ooh,
There
it's kind of blurry.
goes Alan Grant, going up those trees. I hate trees way too high.
Really?
Yeah. You see, we're discovering new things all the time with this
It's
film.
always fun to discover.
Also, look at that light just beaming up from the bottom.
It's an interesting lighting choice.
Yeah. His gash on his cheek. Does it dry? See, the script supervisor has to be in charge of these sorts of little details.
That is tough to be in charge of.
Yeah. I say that all the time after I throw up. I threw up. We started strong, Jacob. We started strong when we were talking and commenting, and now we're just...
We're just watching.
Oh. See, that cut demonstrated the importance of acknowledging the fact that something will happen with that turn of the wheel.
Potential consequences.
Yeah. Was that his puke?
Oh, I don't know.
Man, when you watch these things in detail, it's just packed with detail. It doesn't get washed out by, digital grading that's...
That's so true.
I mean, not saying anything bad about digital grading.
Right, but when it's overused.
Oh, like that trailer I saw of that Ron Howard movie with the whale, which is going to be one scene and that's it, most likely, because I know the true story.
Okay, so I do have to say one thing. I'm not one to nitpick internal logic in movies, but couldn't they just go to the side?
Yeah.
But then again, you wouldn't get the scene then.
See, there's no music yet. Boom, goes down.
Right, this is when it comes intense.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
And then...
There you go. This is good. This is cool. I mean, like, how they made this really intense.
Intense.
The way
It's a very
shot
intense.
It's cool. Look at this.
Oh. Make it. Come on. You can do it.
Come on.
Come on. Go. Okay. And.
This is the best.
This sound. Well, I always remember that.
I think this is going to be a CG car, I believe. Yeah. No. Wait, how did they do that?
They recorded one take with them, and then they
Did it pass?
recorded they digitally composited it and added it. How do those things make you go, wow, that's scary? And then they do this all the time. Ooh, look how clean that is.
Well,
Jacob.
I think that's the key. When it's done and you don't know how they do it, that's when they get you.
Which is why we need to implement back with any trick you can.
Yep.
That's what I believe. I believe, you just juggle it around and then no one's, then people will stop guessing it or assuming, they CG'd it.
Yep.
Then again, that's also a big problem with grading. When you put digital grading over everything, it feels like you just have CG'd it. And it looks so good, it's probably CG. And then people think it's CG'd and it's not CG'd. And that was Gennaro and probably this too.
Gennaro will be remembered.
in different places. Get one thread and not an any panic.
Never heard that line before either. Wow. I never understood this. Is
that
what
leg.
Is that, his leg?
Yeah, but that leg reminds me so much. Why does he have a belt over his leg?
I think he stopped the bleeding.
Oh, he tried it himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he just had a cool belt because he's
Oh, yeah, because he's a cool guy.
Yeah, and I think that leg was in the toys, and I just remember the toy action figures. And I want to see this scanned and shown. I want to see
I think
that.
we looked it up. I think we found it once.
Do we?
Maybe.
Those sounds are so good.
It's interesting watching this again, but I I never really realized that, like, this part of the movie is little sequences of action scenes, which I never noticed. It was like that, cut together, like that.
It seems that Steven Spielberg and Mr. Wow, I forgot his name again. I mentioned him before. Khan. I think that they seem to just have like 2 or 3 weeks of cutting, and then they just finished it, and that was it. No checking, no adjusting. Wow. So it feels like this is one of those movies that, those are those great fun movies that go just so smoothly.
Right. That's so true, though.
And everything was done well. Maybe it's just maybe they just had a good idea of what to do. And I didn't know he was holding that box.
Oh, I thought that's part of the car.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
This is great. I love this. We need more stuff like this. See, we had wide shots all the time, so we never would assume, and then this gag would work because in comes something to frame, and it's, whoa, the elephant. Ellie. Oh, there's that joke that's been repeated forever.
The mirror thing?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you call it, get off the gearbox?
Get off the gearbox. By Jove. And it's done. T-Rex gives up. Oh, man. I'm just thinking it doesn't look anything like the one in Jurassic World.
No, sir.
I don't know why.
Many reasons.
This sound. So nice. If that was my ringtone.
Really?
I wish it was.
Oh.
Like that distant noise with the reverb. Very nice. So here we are on Studio B.
Yeah.
Those vines, those are strange vines. Come on, Tim. Okay, so trivia. I got nothing.
No, me neither. I had something.
I think I have more
Okay.
trivia on other things.
Other movies?
Jurassic Park is a little difficult to remember things with because I always assume everybody's seen the behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the obvious.
Oh, Brontosaurus.
So anyway, like I said, giraffes, they because the blood pressure that goes up and down, it requires a lot of effort on its body to move it
Circulatory
around
system?
because of that. Yes, to move the blood up and down.
I didn't
So
know
it
that.
doesn't vocalize because the
That's
windpipe
fascinating.
is a little bit too stretched out, to cause the vibrations. And I don't know how
So are
it
you
works
saying that
specifically.
because of that? we
So
could
I'm
probably say
saying
that
maybe
Brachiosaurus
Brachiosaurus
probably
and other
didn't
long-necked
vocalize?
dinosaurs probably wouldn't be able to either.
That's totally possible. What are
This
those?
reminds me of
animatronic or
Land
no?
of the
These?
Lost.
Or the CG?
I think they're CG. I hate the other kind. Alan's trying to, say a few things. Just do what they would do. Now, see, there's no... Never mind.
I've got a bit of trivia for you later.
Hey, look at that fake plant there.
You'll be astonished
Look at the
with
fake
this
leaf.
trivia. Oh, yeah, wow. What was that? Is that a Leatherman? Leatherman?
Oh, a Leatherman. Did they have those back now?
I think it's an old brand.
Ah.
I could be wrong, but
Look how washed up their colors are. They used to have bold colors. What am I talking about?
the music here is great.
Oh, yes. I think that's a...
I think that's the thing about John Williams. John Williams really knows how to change the tone of the music.
Wait,
but
clean
it all-
shoes.
There it is. There's my trivia. Look at those spanking brand new shoes.
Man, these guys... what is it? It's midnight already, isn't it? Or is it 11 p.m.? Wow, I'm getting tired.
I think Muldoon should have said that joke. Do you think he saw us?
Oh, yeah, because... of course, yeah.
That's the thing about John Williams' score, though. I think
The
is
Queen's
that
Knights.
he packs so many different tones or pieces that have such different tones. But they all fit together so well in a movie. That is quite a rare feat.
Well, the thing about John Williams is that he does have a lot of pack. Okay, well, let's look at this. These toys, I loved seeing these toys, and I was wondering if they were real toys as a child.
They could have easily.
Do you think he saw his lunchbox? The Making of Jurassic Park by Jodie Duncan. Did you see that?
Oh, what?
Yeah. Jodie Duncan, the famous making of writer. I'm
she?
serious. I'm not
She?
joking.
Really?
Yeah. She wrote the actual making of Jurassic Park.
That's awesome.
So there you
I like
go.
the ice cream
This
scene.
area, so nice. It's one of our resorts. And now comes the ice cream thing. You want to
I like the
talk
ice cream
about the
thing.
ice cream thing?
Yeah. Ice cream looks really good. in
I like
scene.
this. I like this. That fan is so nostalgic up there. It just reminds me of the 90s.
Really?
Good, morphine. Malcolm's going to get addicted to that in Lost World, the book. I don't know. A survival expert? Maybe that's better.
Mm.
I like this behind this.
This is good.
scene. Without it, the movie wouldn't have been as good as it is.
Oh, yeah. I think we said that for every scene.
And John Williams has a nice flea circus theme here. Bum 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 bum. Da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Da-dun, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so the ice cream is getting melty. When I was a kid, I didn't understand.
Yeah, me neither. He was like, "What is he
Fleas?
talking
We're talking about
about?"
dinosaurs, John.
Not mere
Dinosaurs. I just like how he looks into distance.
Really good.
Do you think David can act as well?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No.
I don't think he's an actor.
No, he's not. I know.
Okay.
But he's Sir David Attenborough, and he's Lord Richard Attenborough.
Ooh. One upped him there.
No, I thought Sir was higher.
Oh, never mind. I don't know.
Not devoid of merit. Where's that backlight coming from, Jacob? Just, John, no more of this. Uh-oh. It's all an illusion. When we have control. You never had control. That's the illusion. I was overwhelmed by the power of this place. I may have made a mistake too. I didn't have enough respect for that power, and it's out now. Wow, that was pretty much on the money.
Wow.
That's your face right now. Oh, the music. You see, you choose what to do with spotting, as we saw. We learned from the behind the scenes for Empire Strikes Back, a little hidden gem. Also, I always thought that was a plastic spoon, but I realized.
Yeah, me too. I always thought it was plastic.
Look at that illustration. It looks like a Crash McCreary one again.
It's kind of sad Jurassic Park never worked out.
Hey, look at the back. I hate the back. Look, you can see a net of like camo flowers.
Yeah, what is that?
That's just the end of the set.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm breaking illusion. This is a beautiful piece of animatronic work. I think it's quite good. Ba-da-da.
I think it's good too. Look at that.
Vegisaurus, Lex. So, what do you think of... I don't know what to say anymore. Oh, man.
What do I think of the sneezing effect at the end?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I also think this is a good... look, he's using one hand now, but now he's using two.
Oh, he took his cues from
That's
the
the funny
magic
thing.
towel.
There's so many different like continuity errors in the different cuts, but the editing is so good.
Yeah, dude, the editing is really good.
I think that goes... look, see a big
I think
cow.
it was
and
a
you see it
big
chewing.
bird.
Yeah, big bird. Ah ha ha! She didn't get to.
This one's
Pet
pretty
the
CG
dinosaur.
though here.
Oh yeah, well, you know, it's probably one of those things that they weren't really counting on doing. Oh, you can see the bottom. Did you see that?
Ooh, that's so
That
gross.
was just yeah, it's gross.
Good.
Little Spielberg kids moment. See, that's going to set up something for later. It's funny, when I was a kid, I remembered that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Eggs.
Yeah, it's dinosaur egg. Thanks.
Thanks for that one, Ellen.
Is there a reason why we can't just have direct Fresnels hitting people for no reason, or are those
Hey, was this story plot in the book?
Yeah, I think so, because they started breeding anyway as well in the book.
Interesting.
Did he say Phil said they used frog DNA? I didn't
Phil.
say a thing. I Hey, look, you can see some of the makeup on his
yes.
chin there. You can see it. Can you see it around his chin and jaw?
Oh no, I just see it on his cheek.
Oh, and then we see the little footprints. No one told me how they made the footprints. Focus puller, do your job. Don't focus on his chin. Focus on his eyes.
Here's the model shot.
Ah, the glam shot. Yeah. Did you see that GIF that's been running around?
I
with
did.
Ian Malcolm. Yeah. It's funny once, you know. It's funny once.
I watched it once.
Wow, Nedry, good job.
Man.
What's that ladder doing there?
Oh, you know, light bulb burnt out.
Oh, look at that. His pink socks.
Oh, nice.
So why is Arnold not liking this idea?
Because Arnold has the Y2K fear.
Oh.
See?
At all. Is soft at all. Come on, John. Here we go. Line delivery.
He knows as well.
And die. Ah, see, he learned that from Ellie.
Yes.
You please shut down the system. All right. This,
But you're not going to like it.
I'm not going to be held responsible.
Those are really cool switches.
Whoop. There it goes. Time to put the lights on.
Also, those are really awesome flashlights.
Ah, look at that. Backlight.
These are really cool shots.
So why wouldn't it come back on?
I don't know, because like he said, they just never tried it before, ever since they started the park.
Wow.
So he's afraid.
In the book, they had something like the
Silicon Graphics.
emergency power and stuff. Silicon Graphics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told you. So here's a strange setup with the orange and the teal. The kind of, it's more of a peach and a teal, and I don't know. This is completely different from the entire film.
What?
The lighting setup.
Oh, yeah.
That shot is so funny. In context, like it just, everything else is a mid and a wide, and then, what are the breakers?
Sorry, I was listening to him talk about the shed and how bad it is. He's got to go all the way to the shed.
They're still walking. Is that the track? They found a nice road, which could easily be like the track.
Never saw it before.
And now I'm just reminded of Jurassic World.
Really? I forgot Jurassic World existed while I was watching this.
Good, because this looks real.
These remind me of the documentary
This is
making
real.
of, where he's like, I never saw anything that good apart from National Geographic documentaries.
Yeah.
That's all I think of.
Yes, Stevie. He knows.
Metasauruses.
He knows how to crack jokes. That guy.
Okay, now
does.
here's an interesting thing to watch for. Look at Tim. And Tim will be looking up into the sky a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, for some
as
reason.
if Gallimimus is...
Or like huge. Gallimimus.
Watch Tim on the right. Look at him
Here
on the
we
right.
go.
Look, left, right.
Up, down,
up,
ah.
left.
That's how short that shot was.
Yeah, I thought it was like at least 20 seconds. Well, no, like 5 seconds.
You know, some of the shots are starting to age pretty bad. Not in terms of animation, though. The animation's still solid.
Look at that. This is one of my favorite shots here.
Yes.
Look at that. That is brilliant. I don't know. It looks great to me. Though I have to say, if you watch one of the making of documentaries, they did a test of the T-Rex, which arguably looks a little bit better. Remember
What?
the test?
Oh, yeah. The safari
in the harsh
test.
sunlight. Yeah. I could be wrong. I don't remember that well.
Look how much blood he says. Ah, there we go. A little bit of humor. You see, now we're nearing the third act.
Now we're getting
but,
into serious business, serious turmoil.
This is a movie where characters are definitely not the main attraction.
No, but I think that they're there and they're good.
Yeah. The Pirates of the Caribbean? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is way before that. That's 10 years before. Ah, those were times. Don't be too hasty, Treebeard.
How long has he been gone? John, tell me. You didn't finish your sentence.
Nice little
These are cool looking shotguns, though.
Yeah, man. But they're not supposed to be killing these dinosaurs, so why does he have so many shotguns?
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
John wouldn't be happy, but hey.
They smuggled them in. There's probably a deleted scene where John's like, why are there so many shotguns?
Yeah.
You know, in case of emergencies. In case people decide to rebel. And there's a mutiny.
Also, these are awesome walkie-talkies.
All right.
Look at those.
Click. Ah.
Yeah. I didn't know they were white for the longest time, though.
Oh, here it comes.
Sexism in survival situations.
I didn't know what that meant
Yeah,
as
me
a
neither. When I was
child.
small, I was like, what is she talking about?
But he's... Whatever.
Channel 7.
Look at those muscles on those legs and those shorts. Muscly man.
Muscle Man.
This is a great scene. We've been here 3 times already in the film. And after he said they've been checking the system systematically for weaknesses and they found it.
I have to say, though, those bars look
And
like they were kind of...
The build-up
bent like
is
that.
great. What?
Those bars always felt to me like they were kind of like, set up like that. Looked like for a ride or something.
Yeah.
It's okay. These are minor nitpicks, like super
But
minor.
the thing is, if you're bought by the story,
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and you believe these people as the people in the films, the way they were intended to be, or unintended sometimes, many things you can overlook.
I'm just saying this as an aside.
But
it's,
there is
why not? Just to point some things out,
Good
just for fun.
Yeah, well, there is a lot of good craftsmanship in this.
Oh, yes.
In this film, and I've been in all films, most films,
This is a very tense scene.
Yes, and these raptors have been built up since the beginning of the film.
Oh, that's right.
They're the villains.
I didn't even hear you say that.
What?
I'm hearing so many new lines I've never heard before.
Look at that. This wide lens. This is more of a zoom. It's more of a 35, more of a 40. I like that.
Scary.
One. And I thought that was, when I was a kid, I thought she was going,
Oh, really?
I kind of mixed up my...
with the water.
My shrieking creatures. Whoa, go inside. Dun, 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 dun. See, whenever I'm actually directly, playing the music and I get it right and I quote things, it's good for people for syncing purposes.
Oh, yeah. You can, they can pause. You can pause.
So let's see what else we can see there. We can see an Isla Nublar crate there. Costa Rica.
Oh. Fragile.
Okay. They've been
Schematic
traveling.
wars.
So where do you think they are in this island right
That's
now?
a really good question. I have no clue.
Hey, wow, look at this. The movie's almost over.
Wow.
Yeah, we're definitely not watching the 3D version, which they graded differently. Apparently,
That's bad.
Stevie, he said that was the way they intended with the gold hue. So I guess the one we're watching is inaccurate.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Maybe just in retrospect he watches it and goes, yeah, that's exactly how it was. Maybe his memory's wrong. I don't know.
I think the sad thing is we'll never know.
Unless we get an actual negative.
Yep. Let's get an actual negative.
So what do you think about Sam Neill's horrible American accent?
What do you mean? It's great.
It was great.
Superb.
Child, it was.
I think I'm going on a limb here, but I think that it's easier for British people to do American accents.
Yeah, it seems so.
I think. It doesn't mean everyone's going to be great, but I think that's easier. I think there's a little bit less work involved.
Yeah.
Especially since you can make it so general, like, general American, where it's like British is like, whoo, buddy.
Right.
So many accents.
Ellie. What do you think of that little schematic thing with...
It's good.
Oh, this is so scary. I wish there was more of that, just look around.
Look at the shoes again.
Ooh, clean.
Super clean.
Come on.
Until it is.
Oh, they should have put a little bit of a something. Nah, forget it. High voltage. Okay.
Ooh, spooky.
So in the German... Never mind.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like...
Whoa, look at that. Look at this. Look at this.
No one will
Whoosh.
ever get that trivia.
When I get
But
there.
we'll mention it. It's funny.
And now Tim just can't... All right.
Ready for the story?
1, 2. Let's look around and see if there's anything that we were missing that we want to talk about. The film in this shot, it's a little underexposed.
What was the German story?
Oh yeah, there it was, push to close. So in the German version, they're speaking in German and everything until, John Hammond says, I don't even know how to say button anymore.
Doesn't
It
matter.
says push to close, and then just the original.
They kept the original for Ellie going push to close.
Push
They
to
didn't dub
close.
it.
Push to close.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
Oh! Did you see that?
Oh,
His voice, when he looked at it,
no.
it was completely dubbed over, and it wasn't even his.
man.
This is amazing.
I love these buttons, though.
So there you go. This is a lesson in how you can make films, and you can get away with so much.
That's
so
so true,
much.
yeah.
As long as you got a grip. You got a grip on your audience. Bruh. Well, Lex, I gotta help Tim, yeah. But don't leave us. He left us. Oh, boy. What'd you think of this when you watched it for the first time?
Well,
She just shrieks and shrieks. Now, here we go. Look at this. This is a little bit of a character moment for Ellie where she's like happy. She's like
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Hammond. Whoa, that's the best. It's very much like the Jaws part
oh yeah.
where, Chief Brody is
This
just
is
like,
scary.
why don't you just chomp some of this poop, And then the shark shows up, and then we're like, whoa, that's scary. Da da da.
Man.
So some people made a fan fiction of how
Okay,
Arnold.
what is the
look
fan
at these
fiction?
scary raptors. They look so
what
good.
happens to Arnold?
Where Arnold and Muldoon are alive, and they have to come together and go back to the.
I like that
to the
version.
central building, and Arnold doesn't have an arm, and there's like.
Oh, you mean he
It's
survives?
Call help! It's a call help. Yeah, both of them are alive. She's limping. Now I don't remember her ever sort of.
I think maybe she got. Remember when she fell? Maybe I don't know.
I think that was the deleted scene.
Oh,
Might have been.
might have been.
Too bad we don't get to see many of those in the.
I know they should. They should
materials.
release. They should be like obligatory.
Well, we should make our own Criterion collection.
That would be the best.
And we'll take on all the movies we like and see if we can get access to. I didn't even notice there was a tail.
bonus features.
Yeah,
bonus
to all
footage,
the behind the scenes footage and deleted
archival
scenes,
footage,
and we'll
deleted
scan them.
scenes,
And we'll
and put
make
it all in like
huge
a
transfers.
huge
yeah.
6-disc Blu-ray set.
Yeah. Well, you can do now too with the Ultra 4K.
I know, that's
You
true.
don't need
I'm saying there's so
higher.
much material at 6 Blu-rays.
Yeah. Now he's.
I always loved the scene when I was a kid because of guns.
Well, because of guns. You were a gunman.
Yep.
Look, he's sweating. That raptor's looking him in the eye. He didn't take Grant's advice where they don't
Where
attack
was
from the
Grant?
front, from the side. Whoosh.
Man,
This is great. You can see it's
that's a pretty clever though way of putting the
yeah.
the branches because it keeps it.
When I was a kid, I always
scary.
liked seeing the real animals and the dinosaurs. So Jacob, if you're gonna make a new Jurassic Park, you're gonna put feathers.
Hotly debated question. I don't know, man.
It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're
It
trying
depends,
to do the
yeah.
90s, the 80s.
I don't know. To be honest, I
If you want to do 80s perception,
because I like the design.
yeah.
I like the designs, the original designs, but I'm not particularly against putting any kind of new potential research.
Here we are, this last stage. We're back in the visitor center. I really want to see this in 4K. In fork. That
I
raptor
really
doesn't
like
look
that
as good as
raptor.
I thought it did.
What do you mean? It looks great.
It looks great, but I mean, like, looking back at it,
That was more detailed or what?
I thought it was more like.
Here's a
the
good
face
line.
was different.
Here it comes.
What a great American accent.
The human piece of toast.
Yep. His ears are
Time
bleeding.
to head to the dessert.
Your ears are bleeding.
He left us. Grant left us.
Oh, he did. That's not what I'm going to do. Yeah, you liar. Hypocrite. So let's look at the environment here. There's a little gift shop. So I guess Jurassic Park did kind of start small. They're starting small.
I think that's not like exclusive tickets until they're sold out.
Oh, then they're going to expand.
Yep.
So there's Ellie, and she
Totally.
does a strange
This?
run. And she's limping, so
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess that maybe was.
Yay, they're reunited once more.
Look at this. Vegetarianism.
Vegetarian.
And cakeism.
I like this. I don't know.
The little kid's like, ooh, we're getting sweet.
But the sounds, is it Foley or is it on set? I think
Look at
it's
his
Foley.
ears.
This. That's
But
great.
that is true. I mean, this
This looks like it was
a
done
very
from-
kid thing to do, though.
It's like a shot from Hook.
This is totally a kid thing to do.
What?
Eat the cakes and
Of
stuff.
course you're eating the cakes.
Because it's right there.
I bet Steven Spielberg would eat the cakes too.
Ooh, this is a good scene. Man, there's so many scenes. So many good scenes.
This is the tense raptor scene.
It's funny. I was thinking about this scene. I think that this is probably whatever they did. in
I
this
always
scene-
hated it when they bumped up
Yeah.
against the counter.
the sound.
This.
And I was thinking about the scene, and whatever way they chose to go about this probably ended up, how it ended up was probably the best, because think about it. If they went into the freezer room, that'd be terrible. They'd be stuck in the freezer. What are they going to do with raptors running around?
Yeah.
Totally deadly, So basically, it was okay in the end.
It was okay in the end.
Oh, there you go. Sure, the third one's contained. There was a little New Zealand
Oh, there was a
Speak.
little Kiwi.
popping out.
The third ones. That's interesting. I like the choir in this. That is the they're smarter than we
Alan,
thought.
Alan.
Alan. I'm looking for Oh, the hand.
The hand, there it is.
There it is, touching his butt.
I remember when we discovered that. That was just amazing.
It's great. I love discovering these. I think Jurassic Park is one of those movies you can discover a lot of those
You can
little
totally.
mistakes.
I think the reason why
That
we
is
didn't see it
underexposed
was
film right
DVD.
there. Oh, that's
That is scary.
that's great. And the CG version just blends in. I mean, sure, the resolution isn't as great. But yeah.
Well, one thing you can never get away necessarily with is just the level of
I hate that.
intricacy
Boom,
and
boom.
motion.
Yeah.
You know,
Look at them. There.
they're good. They're good. I'm just saying, like, the motion is very fluid in CG and then animatronic, just by
Yeah.
the nature of.
Do you
how
think
it's done.
that people would go, oh, that's a puppet now? Like, I mean, like if you made
That's a really good question. I was thinking about
Are they
that.
too
because I
advanced
think
now?
that back
But then
then,
again, everybody knows, oh, that's a CG. How else would it be,
I know, but I think audiences weren't so accustomed to the thing, to CGI before, and so.
Well, I
it
know
was-
that, but I
yeah.
mean, like, the puppets.
You mean were people accustomed to puppets?
Yeah,
Like, saying, "Oh, it's puppet."
no, like now, like if you would make a movie now,
Mm-hmm.
and you would put more animatronics in there, put more puppetry in there, put any
I
effect
think
you want.
people know today, but that doesn't mean that it can't work.
All I can see is a guy holding the.
Holding with his
Yeah.
hand.
Oh. Oh, that rhino sound. Was it a rhino sound?
Rhino sound, maybe.
Bum bum. So there you go. That camera had to be really low on the floor. I think there was an elevated set there. Don't you like that? It's the apparently, according to Gary Rydstrom, the sound of those were actually little tiny turtles. Making
Getting it
baby
on.
turtles.
Yeah,
And it
I
was
think
like
some of
really,
that-
it was really pitched down.
That is very interesting.
Ooh! And now look, when I was a kid, I thought that down there on his belly, I thought there was like
yes.
holes for the sound because my toy, electronic raptor toy, had the little holes on the bottom.
That is astounding.
Or no, they didn't have the holes on the bottom, but something did.
But you just figured it's
Yeah.
probably like the toy.
Look at that. And here we go. There's another shot like that, and limping Tim. So yeah, if Hammond hadn't opened the freezer because the things were melting, etc., etc., etc.
Well, there's a lot of things like that in movies, though.
Yep. Oh,
The next thing always hinges on the previous.
so that
thing.
means the raptor. No, the freezer's working now, right? Yeah.
Right, yeah. So the raptor's gonna freeze to death.
That's awesome. They should have made a sequel to that. That's one of my favorite ones.
Look at this. The visitor center is here. Here to stay.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I got a gun. Oh
I've
yeah?
got this shotgun.
I got a gun. I got a
How
gun.
would you say that in Kiwi?
Pim?
Pun.
I like it. Straight to the computer. This is great. I think we all know this is great.
Out of
Ellie,
the
boot
door
up. The door locks.
Ooh, buddy.
Watch this. Oh no.
That is, this is scary. Whoa.
Did you see the people behind there?
Oh no, really?
The t-shirts. Sorry, if someone's watching this and they don't know any of this trivia, now they're gonna watch it again, and then they see all
forever.
these-
No.
But I like it. I can believe it. And look at Timmy. Look at him. Hand the gun over. Push the gun a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of those internal logic movie things, but
Maybe it's just a thing like we don't want to have kids even touching firearms.
could be, but I don't know. Who
That's
was that
what
guy?
Jane-
I want to find out.
That's what Jim Cameron didn't want in Terminator 2. He didn't want to show John Connor.
To who?
Jim Cameron for Terminator 2
Yeah.
didn't want to show John Connor touching guns or holding guns. Or,
He did, though.
no, he didn't want to show him using it, pointing it at
using.
anybody.
I think that's okay.
I think it's good. I
Yep.
think it's, yeah. So, is this system real? Ah, those raptor claws.
This is such a weird system. I wonder if this is real.
So, oh, dun, dun, dun,
Yikes.
Dun.
Yeah!
Yay! Because she's a nerd. No, I'm not a nerd. Yes. Okay. So, what was I talking about before?
Hey, this is
Bum.
Dennis's computer.
Yep.
It looks so different in this scene.
Because they picked up the trash. There would be more trash, wouldn't there? Mr. Hammond. Hey, look, his gash turned into a scab.
That's awesome.
See, I like that stuff. So it has to be the script supervisor. I'm listening to him talking about the helicopters. Oh! You see? Like, there's this dilemma here.
Yeah.
It's like, no!
But look, no comparison to Hammond from the book.
Oh, yeah. So, as a kid again, and in the VHS era of the days, I thought this was a computer graphics glitch.
Oh yeah, this little thing. What do you think about that now? The little
I know they tried to do a little
DNA.
symbolic thing where you're seeing the genetic code.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that raptor; he's not even screaming. Oh, let's see the digital double shot again.
There it is, and right now.
Oi!
Ooh, her head's kind of flat, face kind of flat.
But that's so good. We're always avoiding that beautiful CG
Yeah.
raptor jumping up. Anyway, like I said, yeah, I thought that was a CG glitch that they kept in. I'm like,
That's
oh, I'm so
funny.
clever. Look, that's a CG glitch. And then it was animatronic, and I'm a stupid idiot. Bum, 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 bum. So this is all in a studio.
Hey, wait a second. If they came from the computer labs,
It's a very big set.
That's interesting geography. The computer labs are up there.
Oh, they were upstairs, yeah. Remember they went to
Weird.
go upstairs to get to the projection room.
Oh yeah,
did
see, I
that
totally
little
forgot
turn.
about that.
Yeah. Here is the epic finale we have here. Ooh, man. So she's on the neck. The raptor's on the rib
Don't let
cage.
go.
He falls and whoa. Lex falls. Did you see she let go, but then in the next shot
that
she was
was
holding on to it.
painful.
Oh! And now comes a reverse shot. That was a reverse.
Oh, I
when
missed
we
it.
saw the point of view of the ribcage because, they didn't want to drop it on Tim. So they just did a
Here's
reverse.
the here comes the bride moment.
When I was a kid, I was always thinking, yeah, that's the bride moment there.
Yeah.
It's her little, what do you call that?
Veil?
I like this because you see the raptors aren't like, they look like animals.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
They roar at them and they're keeping it controlled. That's what they would do.
They wouldn't be like, I'm going to kill you now.
That one looks like I'm going to kill you now,
Well.
but yeah.
This is a killer raptor.
Whoa! Dun, 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 and it disappears for one frame. Remember that?
Yes, that's amazing. Where is it though?
Oh man, it took me a while to find it. It's very hard to find.
Yeah, but anyway.
This surprise
You can
ending
freeze
happened.
frame through this and you'll see. Rendering
And
glitch.
it's a really good idea that we got the T-Rex back, and that's where he came from. Did you see that? He's just very quiet. He usually, has the water drop. Ah, yeah, this. I didn't know what that meant when I was a kid.
Yeah. I think here's the disappearing raptor.
I think we missed it again.
I think we did.
Oh, it's really hard to find, but it is there. And here's the triumphant roar.
That's great. And then the
Yeah.
the
And that
banner.
thing falling down.
It's great.
It's good.
Look at
And
that
there we
muddy-
go. Remember how at the beginning we
Yeah.
opened it with that? Now it's dirty. Engine construction. Do you see how they muted the everything else except the helicopter going? It's very good. And then you hear the sounds. I like this score, this part, this underscore. Not really an underscore since it's not.
I feel pretty bad for John Hammond.
Yeah, that's why we have it here. It's good. See, this is what makes an adventure blockbuster movie a notch up and good.
Yeah.
With characterization, a good sense of, keeping the plot alive and adding intricacies to different facets of telling the story.
Yes.
And I think that's what makes a good... wow, we're so quiet now. Look at them, sleeping it out. Grant actually likes kids now because he spent time with them, and it was good for him. See, she's like, yeah. See?
Oh yeah.
You're right, Ellie. It was good for me. Roy's right. You're right about John Hammond. You're right about John Hammond. You're right about many things. That's a nice.
Music's great.
It's great, and no one's talking. Even though it would have been like that. And
What do you
here is
mean?
the epic moment where I
What is it?
felt betrayed. The helicopter.
Oh well, no.
This is where I felt betrayed because, it's just like the dog at the beginning.
When you're a little boy.
And he's like, yes, birds. And I was like, no, he doesn't like dinosaurs. No. Now let's look at the wide shot. They're waving. Oh, you missed it. Did you see that?
Yep, I saw that. That was weird.
That's great. And the only thing I would have asked them to digitally change is take out see the glare, how it's shaking around
Yeah.
because of the glass reflection.
No, leave
Not
it.
a big
Philip.
fan
I
of
say
that.
leave it.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yeah, but I
It
say
is
leave
annoying.
everything.
I know, leave
The
everything.
film was made.
By all means, leave
We'll
everything.
leave
But-
everything. We do not change
But
things
if I had a
later.
special edition, I would
Okay,
take
it can
it
be
down.
your special
Michael
edition.
Crichton is cool. He's too bad he's gone.
Yeah, that is
So there's
sad.
his name, Gerald R. Mullen. And that's it.
Well,
That's the
thank
movie.
you for joining us
Sam Neill.
for this experimental commentary.
Yeah,
How do you
I
think we
just
did?
realized that I don't have a lot of trivia to talk about
Yeah,
with this movie.
yeah.
Jeff Goldblum. Jeff
I thought we
Goldblum.
were going to talk more, but
We were talking about the movie and stuff like that.
that is
so-
true.
And Richard Attenborough as John Hammond. Bob Peck.
So all in all, one of the best movies ever made.
Martin Ferrero.
Jurassic Park.
He plays a lawyer. B.D. Wong.
What does it stand for? Bradley. Your
Bradley.
hat is gone.
Samuel Jackson Wayne Knight.
Stan Podolak.
Joseph Mazzello and Ariana Richards. I said Adriana back then, but
Oh, messed it up.
I'm wrong. Dean Cundy. Top Man. And Rick Carter. Rick, what is it with Ricks? I mean, what is it with Ricks? Michael Kahn! All right, so thanks. We're not going to talk through the credits. We don't have any obligation
No,
to do
nothing
that.
else to do.
Honestly, I have nothing else to say about this. It's good movie. Later Ryan and Colin Wilson did a bang-up job with it. The unit production manager, Paul Deason, man. First assistant director, John T. Kretcher, man. I mean, just Dennis Murin. And then the man responsible for everything. Well, no, Stan Winston, definitely. Stan Winston. And there we go, dinosaur supervisor. He had one job, and
Double T.
there's Michael Lantieri.
Oh, Lantier. I thought it was Antieri.
All right, that's enough. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Hopefully you found this entertaining. If not,
Hopefully.
well, we won't be doing it again. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, that's true.
We'll see. I
We'll
just wanted
find
to do
out.
it once and have
It
a
was an
Merry
experiment.
Christmas since we're recording this in December.
That'd be cool if someone was listening to this. That'd be pretty cool.
Also, this is the first movie that implemented DTS. Next to
DTS?
yeah, DTS.
Dolby.
No, it's
Theater?
not Dolby. It's DTS. First time having a digital sound source.
Oh, you mean in theater?
Yeah, and Last Action Hero did
They also did
the one.
DTS.
No, they asked SDDS. That's Sony's.
The Wars.
The
Digital Wars.
Goat and Body Parts by Lance Anderson. That's where we are.
Lance Anderson is
A
you know,
goat
he
body
just
part
knows,
man.
knows the goat body parts. Look, drivers.
Okay, we're done here. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
thank you,
See
everyone.
later.
Bye. Let's see what we recorded.